I am in a mood tonight because I'm just not happy with overall what's happening in a lot of places in the country. So watching every video out there, and bear with me as I'm going to just check in to make sure that I've got everything working for my site. Let's just put it that way. Obviously, I don't want to go too crazy with this whole thing and then obviously figure out that my microphone doesn't work or something's wrong. So I am just checking my own. There we go. All right, there we go. We just perfect. Okay. It's like every single channel I look at, every mainstream media, every social media, every X post is all about Minneapolis and what's happening in Minneapolis. And it's I wouldn't say it's annoying, but it's at that point where I'm like, do I just shut this down? Should I just stop with every stupid ass thing that people are saying and doing and strategizing and saying, hey, yeah, this should have happened. I'm the armchair guy sitting in my comfy couch looking at what's happening, and I would have done it differently. Well, shut up, because you weren't there. I wasn't there. Most people weren't. There's like, what, 6, 7 people that were there? That's it. Those are the only people that I want to hear from. Now, you want to blame them if you're a supervisor or superior to them. I get that because that's their job. But for all of us laymen's that, yeah. Okay, I get them. Getting excited. I don't want to. I did a video like 10 minutes ago. I haven't put it out yet. I will. And I was talking a lot about what my state of Tennessee is doing to stop illegal immigration into Tennessee. And there is 5 things that are on the docket right now that are going through the proper way, the channels. Now, we won't get into all that where that's at, but looking at it, like, I wish every state did that. I wish the whole country did. 50 states and every territory we have did it. Won't happen because there's a bunch of idiots running around trying to figure out how to circumvent the system and figure out every way to do it and try and stick up for the criminals and the people that shouldn't be here. And then when something bad happens, of course, it's like, oh, call the police. This happened to me. Well, where are they? They should show up. Well, you just defunded them, so shut up. And then they do get there. And then you're like, oh, well, don't hurt him, though. Don't hurt that criminal. I mean, he has a family too, right? All right. So I'm annoyed. I'm just annoyed. But you go through this whole thing. Of course, as I'm saying that, Congressman Tim Burchett shows up in my first thing on Wall Street Apes, at Wall Street Apes, looking at this. I got to write this stuff down. Which is funny. Talking about confirming members of Congress are buying real estate and then renting it back to the government. So that's you don't want to do that. $1 trillion in duplicate record payments. I found out that through the government duplication, I've got a chart. It's just the craziest thing looking around. So if you don't know Tim Burchett, great, fantastic leader, great guy. I've sat down with him many times, talked to him a few times, been in his office, and just all around town I've seen him. He is going to be, well, he is the chair. I guess he's the chair. I guess he is, and of the Doge, the new Doge, which is the Department of Government and Efficiency. A little different than what Elon did back in the day. Anyway, Cranaholic, hey, good to see you. But he's in charge of that, and it's funny to see that he's looking into this because I know that he's going to be able to figure all this stuff out and get the money where it needs to be. So that is, as I'm saying, like, oh, look, everything is about it. Of course, the first thing I see is Tim Burchett, so that's great. But, you're talking about Kristi Noem. Justice demands that Secretary Kristi Noem resign or be fired immediately. That's from Nancy Pelosi. And you should be arrested for insider trading. Hold on. Let me get my box out here. I got to lift this up a little bit. I forgot that it was so low. I was working on a few things and I realized I need to be looking more up than I should be down. But it's just like everything going on is something to do with Minneapolis. So let's continue going through this. And you got, oh, I hit the wrong button. I lifted it up and screwed it up. But Ilhan Omar, if you guys are following her and what's going on with that, everybody's saying that attack, quote unquote attack, was completely staged, which is weird. Because again, you got a guy in the second row who just runs up on you. You don't move, and then once it's all done, then you jump on it. I mean, where were the security guards in this whole thing as well? It was quick. I guess he was in the first row. Sorry, he was in the first row. But apple vinegar cider, something like that. it's just a whole bunch of hoopla. But I don't know. I feel bad if it was a legitimate attack, but then they're trying. Of course, the first initial things is, oh, it's a MAGA supporter, and look at this guy. He totally is a Trump supporter. Then you look at his kids, and you're like, wait a minute, his kids don't look like that. Oh, look, his kids don't look like a MAGA supporters, and he's taking pictures with them in the same outfits and everything. It's crap. Let's put it that way. But then you got this guy, Alex Preddy, which shows him kicking in a car and spitting on the ice things 11 days before he got shot. Did he deserve to die? No, but at the same time, he wasn't a good guy either. So don't put him on a pedestal and say he was some nurse and all that stuff. I was reading too, so he got divorced because his wife was didn't like the way he was doing politics and the way he was so into politics that was the problem. Yeah. Anyway, that one video is like on every single thing. And that might just be me, just because, let's just put it that way. That might just be me, just because that's the way things are. Steve Kerr talking about ICE. And what do you guys think about the NBA? KCS Vatic. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for jumping on here. What do you guys think about the NBA stopping on these things as well? They're stopping their games because everybody gets killed, and they're like, that's to postpone. I'd be pissed. If I got tickets to go to a Timberwolves game, and I'm going, and I got my whole thing and everything else got it, and then all of a sudden I can't go because they shut it down because somebody got killed. I mean, totally unrelated and everything else. Hey, Mohammed, it's good to see you. It's been a couple weeks or whatever, buddy. Yeah, you haven't been. What country are you still in? Are you still in Germany? Let me know on that one. Did you get that, JTR? Yeah, August Ben. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, Mohammed, good to see you again, buddy. I tried a different time, if you can't tell. Well, I guess I had 6:17. I was going to do a video, and then I wasn't, and then I put it off. Then I did actually a totally unrelated video for something else, and then I was like, I got to go live and figure this stuff out. But so that's what I'm looking at. In realization of this whole thing about ICE and all of the anti-law enforcement is really just a cover-up to stop the Somali fraud and all the people that are taking the money from the Leering Center and from, of course, the autism centers as well, and just every other daycare center. And I'm amazed that there aren't all of us, these parents coming out. They're really pissed off that their kids can't go to daycare. I mean, where are those kids and where are those people that are all out there running the streets and stuff, and they can't go to school or they can't go to work, or all the above because their daycare is gone? I mean, oh, look, they're not there. That's the funny thing about it. Oh, God. But, yeah, and then the grill and Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, testifies on U.S. policy in Venezuela, which is interesting. It's interesting that they would fight that. But I can see why Congress does want to make sure to get the answers, because they want to feel like they're in power, even though, we had I shouldn't say we had every right. We didn't have every right to do that. But we certainly did it flawlessly and did the whole thing. Let's see here. All right, so Mohammed, I stayed in Germany for a couple of weeks, and our next mission destination is Cape Town. Oh, really? Yeah, so you really do get around, don't you? 2 days and we were going to Morocco. Yeah, I remember you always saying you were traveling all over the place, which is good. That's why I like having you in the chats, because you can give me like a full aspect of everything that's going on around, at least Europe and I guess Africa at that time too. So that's cool. But yeah, anyway, there's so many different stupid things that I'm just like getting over. Assaulted by an anti-ICE protester. You got good evening cowards from a speech that happened. I mean, that's funny. Yeah, and this dude that did the Ilhan Omar. Neighbor of the suspect in the Ilhan Omar attack says he was medicated from a previous accident, says he sent cryptic messages before the incident, according to New York Post. This is Colin Rugg, R-U-G-G. Hold on a second. So, R-U-G-G, yeah. So it says Brian Kelly was a neighbor. I guess his name is Kazmir Zak. Asked him if he could watch his dog while he went to Omar's event. He said, I'm going to this Omar thing. I'm like, Omar what? He said, this town hall thing. And he said, I might get arrested, Kelly said. So he knew it. I figured it was nonsense. He was going to do anything stupid. I said, sure, I'll walk the dog. But then the next day he said, don't worry about it. I've got it covered. I figured he blew that off. According to Kelly, Kazmir Zak was heavily medicated from a car crash where he injured his spine years ago. He was also diagnosed with Parkinson's. He's only 55. Well, it's a way to go. Let's just put it that way. That sucks. That's I don't know. I don't know. Or staged or what it was. It's just a matter of figuring all that stuff out. The leftist flips out when cops pull off his mask during arrest. I wish I could put this up here. I need to put it. I need to figure out that whole scenario of OBS and Restream and how to do it. I'm just too lazy. It's one of those things. I'm just too lazy. But soon I will do it. But anyway, I did a couple videos, or actually a couple shorts today. If you want to check that out, Mohammed, take a look at those things too. I'll bring them up. But basically what they were is what's happening in Arizona with the attorney general there, which, if you know anything about stand your grounds laws and everything, so I don't like her, but I don't wish harm to anyone who whatsoever. Glad it wasn't something like acid or, yeah, exactly. I mean, I agree. I agree with that, Mohammed, that, I mean, the whole scenario is stupid. But again, everybody's saying it's fake. Everyone's saying that the guy was set up and it was all a setup and all that stuff. And wondering if it's another publicity stunt in order to get away from all the Somali and fraud and everything else we're finding. And not only that, but there's a DOJ. I printed this off. I was going to do something on it. I'll skip my other stuff. But Congress and DOJ both looking into stratospheric growth of Ilhan Omar's net worth. So you got all the Somali going on, and all of a sudden, her and her husband has experienced a roughly 3,500% increase in net worth since last year compared to 2023. So I guess 2022 years. Well, it says 1 year, but 2023. So 3,500% more money, and you're surrounded by people that have been proven that nationality and those people that live here are stealing money from the taxpayers and the government of the United States of America. Gee, really hard to connect the dots on that. But she's reportedly worth a net worth of $30 million in her latest financial disclosure, which is funny because, if you're in Congress, you still have to claim your money and how you're getting your money. So the fact that she has 30 million all of a sudden, I wonder how much she has sitting in a mattress somewhere in her suitcase on the way to Somalia. I'm sure she has property out there as well. Still, I mean, that's an opinion. I'm making that up. I don't know for sure, but just put the dots together. But she dismissed claims she was a millionaire as ridiculous and categorically false. Yeah, come on. What else does this thing say? Be taking a look at Minnesota Democrat. Okay, so this is what they're doing. Her investor husband's finances. The president, who was previously called for Omar to be jailed or deported to her birth country, Somalia, revealed the federal and congressional inquiries after dispatching border czar Tom Homan to ease tensions in Minnesota related to Saturday's fatal shooting. So we know all that. Yeah, $30 million. All right, so let me see here. Mohammed, what do you got going on? I've seen Somalians at every place I went. 92 countries. Never have I encountered one of them speaking the English or the language of the place I'm in. Isn't that right? Isn't that the thing right there? I mean, that is the whole scenario right there. That the fact that they're not assimilating. And thank you, Mohammed, for tell me more. Tell me what else you got. But yeah, they're not assimilating with where they're going. Why would they? Why would they be able to, for that matter? Because you don't have to, because they're giving everything. But at the same time, well, I was going to say something extremely rude, but it's extremely true. As much as there are times. And if Daily Riot's watching this, as much as there are times that I want to say certain things, I just hold back out of, I don't even know. It's not fear, because I can give a crap, but it's more of, I guess, respect. I don't know. I like to think I'm a better person. I'm not, but I don't know. I got to go to confession. Thank God for the Catholic faith that I can just go to confession. Everything's all taken care of. But anyway, go look at the shorts that I did this morning. They're not doing very good. I think I put them way too early. But reckless Arizona Attorney General. So the Arizona Attorney General basically came out and said, it's okay if you fire back or fight back in law enforcement if you're not sure that they're law enforcement. So therefore, if someone walks up to you wearing a mask, then at that point, you will be able to fire back. It's going to be coming a whole craziness on that one. So don't get yourself canceled or banned, or the backlash after it. They are not worth it. Yeah, that's why too. That's exactly why. But yeah, so why is Arizona allowing for that to happen. And it's just, to me, I'm going to fill this out, but you're the top law enforcement, you're attorney general of the state, and you're saying it's okay if people at that point fire back upon law enforcement. If they're not sure, or if you have to stand your ground, that's the problem. Arizona, let's see. So I'm trying to figure out if this is going to go through. Arizona attorney general. All right. Hey, what happens to people in USA? Hey, it's okay. So let's see. Was it Sour AV Pal 426? I'm probably saying that. I don't know. Sometimes these names, I don't know if it means like sour, or maybe sour. I'm going to call you Sour. Hope that's okay. All right. Yeah. What happens to people in USA after de-dollarization? Are you talking about are you talking exactly about the dollar going away? Like DODAR? Oh, two L's obviously, but is that what you're talking about? The monetary funds? Let me know. Is that what you're talking about? Because I'll talk about it. Let's see here. Let's see, Chris Mays. Attorney General, Arizona. Arizona Attorney General. I did that one. All right. So let me know if that's what you're talking about on that one. But I'm just flabbergasted that when I lived in California all 5 years ago, that they had that they basically, Arizona was like that beacon of hope. It was the red state. It was the one everybody's moving to from California, which exactly tells you what happened. Is everybody from California that wanted to get out of California politics decided to move to Arizona. Well, when that happens, all the jobs go there, all the businesses happen there. When we all started working from home, all these people went that way, and then all of a sudden, the state turns purple, and then the major cities turn blue. And then we get all these problems. And that's what I'm running into right now. And that's just what happens with everything going on with that one. So Mohammed, the most responsible part isn't what the Arizona attorney said, is pretending regular people can safely interpret self-defense law in real time. Yeah, that's a good, you know what, Mohammed, man, that's a great point. I mean, if you're not trained for it, and, no matter how much we think we're trained for it, we're not. If we haven't been there and done that, that is exactly right. You're going to think that you're stronger than you are. You're going to think that you're just going to respawn somewhere else in a different area or whatever else, and you don't. That's it. So we've normalized laws that require civilians to make split-second legal judgments that even attorneys argue about afterwards. Yeah, that's very well. And we're seeing that right now with the Alex Preddy guy. That everybody's watching these videos, and I've seen a bunch of videos, all different angles. But I'm watching like the main ones that came out the first or second day, and there's like 6 or 7 agents, and then I'll see a video like the other day, 2 days ago, I was watching, and all of a sudden there was only 3 agents. Like AI had gone in there, or somebody had gone in there and just like erased people to make it look completely different than what it was. And it's like, with the way of technology and just the stuff, I mean, it was ridiculous. It is sad to do that. Anyway, let's see, what is it? Oh man, that name. Anyway, welcome 4889. I'm sure there's a whole list of names in there, but thanks for jumping on the chat. We appreciate it. You coming on. Daily Ride, new video of him attacking dice. Oh yes, right. Okay, yeah, right. Welcome to the channel, buddy. I mentioned you a minute ago too. I just watched your video before I jumped on here. Mohammed says silencing discussion about how messy the law actually is doesn't make anyone safer. It just keeps people ignorant until it's too late. Yeah, right. I mean, the idea that they show of course, the one, and I wish I could figure out how to bring the videos up like you do, but he was kicking the taillight out and spitting on the ICE agents and everything else. And supposedly, I guess he had his rib broken because an agent jumped on him to hold him down. That was it. He was executed for sure, but he was an agitator. Yeah. And that's the other thing too. I guess the questions are going to come out whether or not those specific law enforcement knew about him and knew him directly, knew his face. I could imagine. I mean, it really just depends on how many agents are on the ground, but they probably knew exactly who he was. They knew he was a problem, and they knew that, hey, this guy was going to cause problems. And so when everybody's just sitting there and they're just like, oh, he was just filming, he just had his video out, he's just a nurse, he was just there to help and protect the other person. That's bullshit. That's it. Yep. Yeah. I mean, you know, yeah, it's a tragic, it's sad, and it's all of the above. But at the same time, at the end of the day, you just don't go screwing with the law enforcement, especially not now. Yeah, yeah, I agree. He wasn't just filming. Yeah, I know, right? But that's what they say, and that's the argument: is oh no, he was just an innocent guy just filming. Well, you know what? Film from 50 feet away as well. Don't do that. Oh, you just said the dude's mission was to be law enforcement. That's what I'm saying. Go 50 feet away. Go 100 feet away. Film from there. You can zoom in. You got your little camera. You got all your stuff. Your fancy little things. Go film from across the street. You don't need to be right in the face of people. You can zoom in just fine. And that's the problem. And that's what makes me upset about the whole scenario is now we got to listen to this crap. Now it's got to be on all the feeds, on every channel, on every social media, mainstream media. You got to listen to talking heads sitting on CNN and everything else. And we got to talk about this guy. And then they're going to shut down NBA games. Did you guys see who's the team in Minnesota? Is it the Stars? But whoever the NHL team is, they took a moment of silence for either Renee the Good. I hate saying her name. I do know her name. I just hate saying it. Renee Good or Alex Preddy. And basically they played a moment of silence for them at the NHL game. And everybody just started screaming. I mean, they would not allow a moment of silence. Everybody just went nuts. And of course, in the NBA just shuts down the Timberwolves games because, oh, look, we're so, all the players are so upset and everything. And it's shut up. Go play your freaking game. That's about it. But lunatic nurse in my video. Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. You see the lunatic nurse in my video? Yeah. The one that was saying about poison ivy too, or syringes and that kind of thing. Yeah. And that's why I put a comment in your thing too. I watched in the cat videos too. The KAT, Catherine, what mime or something, whatever her name. I like watching hers, but sometimes I watch her and I can't watch for too long. There's a few of them on Instagram too that I really like. But I just can't continue watching their videos because they play too long of these morons and liberals speaking and talking. And I'm just like, shut up. And I can't do it. So as much as I want to support those channels and those people, I just need to turn it off because I just you just need to move on. You can't continuously just play all those things. Some of the, yeah. Right. I told you before that. If you go back to the comments, Muhammad was trying to stop me, but I was getting really excited when I jumped on this thing for live for the first time. And I said, oh man, if only Daily Riot was here to know how pissed off I am right now. And then Muhammad tried to talk me back. So that's where we're at right now. It's like, don't get banned. Yeah. So that's where we're at. But yeah, there's just, I don't know if you ever watch MAGA Meg 45.47. I like her. She does some funny stuff too. She's pretty good. Her and there's one other lady, the girl that are they're friends. I'm sure they're friends because they do stuff all the time together. But they bring out stuff and they just continue talking, and I'm like, okay, you need to talk more, not your stupid liberal videos. Anyway, is it Sackett? I don't know. SAKKIZ, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for jumping into the chat. Let me know I'm saying that completely wrong, and I apologize, but I'm in that kind of mood. It's Clear Patriot. CLER Patriot. I like her too. She does a good job of it. And she probably is one. And another friend too. If you guys pay attention, I got another friend that actually is local to me. Her name is Glitter Me Allison. Take a look at her. She's on Instagram and TikTok for sure. I think she's on a few other ones. She's not on YouTube though. But just like it sounds, Glitter Me Allison. She'll be my guest. She was on my guest a couple weeks ago. She'll be on Friday as well. We're going to do a monthly wrap up. We're going to get all the notes out that we've taken all week. She does this full time. She's full-time Instagram, full-time TikTok, and that's what she does. That's what she does. And so she's got all kinds of notes and different things. Take a look at, see what she says. A lot of the stuff that she does is videos about videos. And she'll be my guest on Friday. So we're going to go live Friday morning, somewhere between 11 o'clock till probably about 1 o'clock maybe. And then we'll do the video too. I'll do the wrap up and all the stuff too. But she is an amazing person. So I'm looking at that going forward. But that's Friday. So look forward to that. That's my preview. So about the NBA thing, turning sports into a moral emergency broadcast, trains people to emotionally overreact instead of think clearly. Mohammed, that's exactly right too. It really is. I mean, it's like when everything's a tragedy, what's a tragedy? Nothing's a tragedy. If every single thing, there's people, unfortunately, right now dying right now somewhere. Somewhere there's a gang shooting, somebody's getting robbed, somebody's getting raped, somebody's getting hurt. overall, and probably more than likely every 22 seconds, 32 seconds, whatever it is. And I'm making those numbers up. I probably should look it up and just so I know it, but you get my point though. Somebody somewhere is having a problem, and desensitized is exactly right. That's where we're at. Like, just, you need to stop. And looking at the numbers, if you want to switch gears over to Iran and what's happening in Iran, I mean, they're talking now 30,000 people could be dead over there. And that's just what we know. It could be a heck of a lot more than that. And that's the problem we're looking at. I'm from Italy. Tragedy is effing Trump's. El Chico, I don't know if there's a language barrier, but say that in a different way, maybe. I'm not sure. Say that in a different way, if you can. I don't know if there's a translation thing. How often does a death now occur in the USA? Question mark. Let's take a look. And this is obviously for people just dying just in general. So yeah, it's not going to give me number of deaths is 3 million, but death rate is 922 now. So yeah, but that's going to talk about everything, including like heart disease. So anyway, I don't want to get too much into it. Actually, it's funny. It goes in how many people die in the U.S. each day from 2022, but during the COVID-19 pandemic. So of course that's BS because that's bullshit. Death tolls U.S. increased. How many people die? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Well, just for kicks and giggles here. A person dies approximately every 10.35 seconds in the United States. But of course, that is for everything. That's not just all the bad stuff that I was talking about earlier. And I don't want to say it again because I don't want to get canceled. So anyway, Riot, you said the word deleted. I thought that was funny too. You're like, yeah, this person got deleted. And I'm like, oh, that's a great buzzword right there. So one way to sidestep all of the stuff, to sidestep all of the, what do you call them? Anyway, the people watching, the bad people watching. So yeah, right. See, I do pay attention when I'm watching your stuff, man. I'm telling you, it's fun stuff. But yeah, you do a good job on that one. Oh, all right. So now that I'm settled down a little bit, now that I'm not going on, I was going to do, the other thing I did too, which is not doing any traction at all, was another short that I did about the addictions to social media. Have you guys seen that though? They're actually in court. I haven't checked the actual what's happening today, but there was major news for social media. So all the Meta, TikTok, ByteDance, and YouTube, which is owned by Google, are all going to court. And I must have put it at a wrong time because literally it's got 7 views. I mean, it's like, really? That's 7 views total of all of my usual, all my other stuff, which for me is a lot, but it's like 485, 657, 477, 7. Like, what the hell? But anyway, go watch those shorts on there. That is interesting, though, that people are complaining now that they're getting obviously addicted to social media. It's causing problems, causing depression and all the other body shaming things that got going on. And I get it. Social media is completely terrible for that, especially if you're a young, impressionable kid. And that's going through court. But where does it stop at that point? Where is that slippery slope where people are like, hey, yeah, this is a problem and maybe I shouldn't be doing it, but I'm going to continue doing it. And then in 10 years, I'm just going to sue everybody that's responsible for making me the way I am. So that was an interesting one. And then I did one on Waltz and Fry. I keep saying Frey, which I know is wrong. About them basically knowing that they're done. And I love the fact that Tom Homan's going up to Minnesota. I think that is fantastic. It should have happened already. But the fact that they know that they're trying to cover up everything possible and they're just not going to get away with it. That's it. And people are obviously really getting hurt and killed and lives are being overturned. So it's time to end it. Tim Waltz, Jacob Frey, figure it out, allow them. And Donald Trump is basically saying, hey, just give us the actual criminals. If they're already in prison or jail, give them to us. And I don't think it's a winning strategy for the Democrats to say, no, we want to keep those people. They have families too. Well, you know what? There's a lot of families that don't have their loved ones because of those exact people. But all right, Mohammed, it's past midnight for me. I can't stay any longer, but it was. Stay safe, take care. All right. Thanks, Mohammed. Yeah, buddy. I appreciate you coming on. Always a good pleasure to see you, and I love your, hearing your side from stuff from around the world. So anyway, safe travels. Thanks, Mohammed. But yeah, I didn't know. I didn't do lives on YouTube for a long time because I was scared of it, to be honest. I just didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what was happening or how I would react. I didn't know a lot of stuff. And then I'm realizing now, Mike, how much fun I have because of people like Mohammed and some other a bunch of people that are come on here all the time, Daily Riot. But you know, I get people all from England and UK, and then of course we got a bunch of Germans that come on here every now and then. A couple of Australians will give us what's going on in their world, and it's fun. It's fun to find out all the stuff. So the fact that the other guy was from Italy, which again, Chico, he hasn't responded. So maybe I talk fast because that's the way I like to talk. Sorry, and I mean that's just the way it is. So there might be a language barrier there. I don't know. Maybe he was just trying to say something bad about Trump, which. Whatever, fine, do. You can say whatever you want. I could care less. Still trying to figure this out, but there we go. I'm going to put just to piss off people. All right. Why is this still? All right. All right, Shadow BS. Hi, you American number one. Donated 400. Yeah, okay, sure you did. All right, welcome to the chat. Anyway, giving up some watch hours. That'd be fantastic. I appreciate it. Yeah, Shadow, go watch some of the videos. You'll find out how much I love America on there. So, yeah, yeah. This is wrong reasons. All right. All right. Okay, bro. Appreciate it. But definitely find some good stuff in there. Anyway, trying to bring us some content. I did two videos. What's today? Wednesday. God, I did two videos yesterday. I can't even remember what I did. And then one was about America leaving the World Health Organization. That was kind of something I was interested. Obviously, no one else is interested in there. Am I a professor or something? No, I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy who likes to read a lot, and I watch a lot of videos, and I do a whole bunch of stuff too. So I love America so much, I want two of it. two of it. All right, I'm going to get Shuja, whatever. Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you here. So no, I'm just a guy. You know what I am? I'm just the average American citizen who's just kind of pissed off at a bunch of stuff that I want to see happen. And that's the God's honest truth. So I did a different video. I mean, my videos are typically under 12 minutes. I try and do them quicker. Like these last ones were like 5 minutes, 8 minutes. Then I went a little bit longer on some of the other ones, but they're just quick in and out, gives you an idea what's going on. Maybe you learn something, maybe you don't, but at the same time, I just want you to figure out, hey, this is what's happening. So anyway, I almost forgot. We're over 30 minutes. If you guys are here for the first time, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. That'd be great. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, X, True Social, Rumble, and obviously YouTube here. And did I say X? Anyway, all those different social medias, platforms. I would love for you to like them and just kind of follow along and watch, but there's so much going on. The one video I did about the Clintons, we're going to do a continued series on them because I think they're actually in trouble. That's my whole thing about that. That's the thing. You are old, but still got the energy of a teenager. All right, Shadow, you're my new favorite guy, or I assume you're a guy. I don't know. You're my new favorite person, but yeah, I look old. I feel old. Trust me, I feel old, but yeah, it's rough. So I turned 48 last Friday, actually. I'm 48, but yeah. I appreciate that. You made me laugh. That's funny. Do you support Palestine or Israel? As a Mustafa Ali Gianna. Israel. Much over Palestine. I actually did a bunch of videos. I actually did a video, if you want to look at it. I did it with a guy who was born in Israel, and his mother was actually born in Palestine before that was even a place. So it's a whole video. It was back in September as well. So then I did a few videos. I was interested, though, because finally, they got the last soldier. Oh, yeah, let me get to that. So they got the last soldier's body out of the grave. They actually had to go to a cemetery and dig up like 250 bodies in order to find that one guy. Hey, Shining Pearl, good, welcome. So Mustafa, I'll tell you, or Mustafa. Sorry. If I'm saying your name wrong, I apologize. I do not mean to do that. Sometimes I just talk quick and obviously a little different. Why? Okay, my biggest reason why, the biggest overall reason, because they attacked innocent people October 7th, 2023. Was it 23 or 22? Anyway, October 7th. They attacked a whole bunch of people that didn't need to die or be harassed, raped, all across the board. That was the biggest problem. And then they starved the people, and then they put them under hospitals as well. They put them under hospitals, under schools, and hid them there. So you know what? They're bad people. There you go. That's my reason. If you want to hear more than that, there you go. I am Muslim, but I vote Israel and America due to some reasons. Cool. All right. Israel does not start on October 7th. Maybe there's a language barrier. Maybe say that a little differently, Mustafa. Israel is not start on October 7th. Oh, wait. Change that. Change the wording because it's not coming out quite right. Where am I from? I'm from Tennessee, Tennessee in the United States. Seems like I'm talking to people around the world. So I don't know. Oh, I just hit something wrong. I didn't want to hit. That's cool. Yeah. No, it does not start on October 7th. But you did tell me, you actually asked me why. That's why. If I didn't know anything about anything else, and I do know a little bit more after all of this things happened, but that's the biggest problem that I have. So that's it. And that's my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, have a great night. Have a great day, whatever time it is in your area. Good luck to you. But that's it. Cool. That's awesome. Before 1947. Cool. But since 1947, it's been. So I don't know what to tell you. I mean, that's it. That's the whole kit and caboodle there. Can I tell you, you tell me the best advice you got? The most generic advice that I got. I mean, the most generic advice I got is never stop learning. Is that what you want to hear? I'm not sure where you're going with that one, but that's pretty much about it on that one. But never stop learning. How about that? Does that work for you, Shadow? So. Anyway, I got some videos I was looking at playing. Free Palestine. Okay. Well, yeah, I would disagree. You like that one? Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, I hope that was good advice. I think you're telling me I look young. Well, that's fantastic. Yeah, because again, I go through my day just reading and writing and doing YouTube, whatever, and watching videos, just trying to figure out the world. So anyway, that's kind of the big thing on that one. But yeah, that's the idea. So anyway, anything else going on? I did want to talk about Cuba a little bit. You guys have any opinions on Cuba? Is it Ibrahim? Welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for joining the chat. A lot of things happening in Cuba. I mean, Trump was saying that it might be changed by the end of the week, which today's Wednesday. With all the other stuff happening, I can't figure that out. Cactus. Hey, Cactus. Good to see you too, man. That's cool. Welcome back. I love to see it. Of course, you catch me at the tail end. I don't have a whole lot of time today, but anyway, good to see you. How tall am I? I'm about 6'4". Probably about 6'3" now. I think I've shrunk a little bit, but that's getting old and my spine's compressing. I'm a 13-year-old girl. It's like Corsaro? Corpse Barrel? Yeah, let's talk about Venezuela. Let's see. Okay, hold on a second. U.S. elections be like Mulak or Bell for 4 years. Okay, you're right. I'll be honest with you guys. My biggest thing is I like talking about America. I like talking about USA. We can chat about the world, but when you cover like Mulak and Bell, I can't. I just don't know. That I don't know at all. So anyway, also Greenland. Venezuela is the coolest country in Africa. What? Venezuela is the coolest country in Africa. Okay, well, all right. I'm not that dense. Venezuela is interesting. I like guns. What's your opinion? Yeah. I don't have any guns. I actually lost them all in a lake. I was swimming and I had a boating accident and lost all my guns. They're all gone. Venezuela is interesting. I'm curious to see the fallout. And maybe you guys know, but we can talk about it since you asked. But the fact that we got Maduro, the fact that Joe Biden, the president that before of President Trump, put on there exactly voting accidents are tragic. comment section is a little wild. Yeah, it is, Cactus. Yeah, I just kind of got there. Their AK's Lake wouldn't stop them. Yeah, I know. Actually, I honestly, full disclosure, I do not have an AK. I was thinking about getting one. So, American Teeters got the most energy if you're born here. You're lucky. We're talking about Venezuela. The fact that a lot of the countries around there put bounties on Maduro's head was very interesting, and the fact that the idea was Trump went in there and absolutely just grabbed them. That was crazy. It's crazy. Hey, not a bot. Welcome. It's good to see you. Anyway, yeah, you're right. I can't. No, welcome, not a bot. It's good to see you, buddy. It's cool, man. It's like your third time here, I think it is. So that's cool. I'm glad. Cactus too. I'm glad I'm seeing the same kind of people come back and seeing that and everything else. Anyway, we hit 40 minutes, guys. If you're here for the first time, please like and subscribe. If you've been here before, like not a bot, like Cactus C, Day Right. Please watch the videos. Give me some watch hours. I'm trying to get a little bit of monetized here, and I just need watch hours. I got enough viewers and all that stuff. Just need to actually have the timing go. So what I'll tell you right now, put on the playlist and just let it play. Put it on mute. I don't even care. So hey, welcome from Israel. We were just talking about Israel. Ronnie Giller. Again, if I'm saying that the wrong way, I'm sorry. But about 30,000 people got killed in Iran. That's the Syrian army killing the Karada. Sudan is dying. Yep. All right, you out of here, Cactus? Hey, have a good night. All right, so good. Rondular. I'm gonna say Rondular. If I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. Rondular from Israel. We got a guy named Mustafa who wants to talk about free Palestine. He was asking me earlier, about 5 minutes ago, why I like Israel over Palestine, and I mentioned because of the October 7th thing. He didn't like that. He said history started before 1947. I told him that's fantastic, but it's been that way since 1947. So I don't know if you want to weigh in, if you even care, if you want to even jump in there. But again, it's not typically my expertise, but more than happy to talk about it. We're going back to Venezuela, though. Really, it comes back in the backlash. I mean, whenever you lose a leader, any place, doesn't matter where, but there's that suction of who's going to come to the top, what cream's going to rise, and that's what we're going to figure out on the whole thing. And I just don't know. It's too soon to tell what it all plays out. I like Jews as brother, but I don't like the Zionist. Cool. All right. Greenland. I've done actually a bunch of videos on Greenland. If you want to watch that. Good to see you. I'm just going to call you Con, because I'm not sure about the first word, but anyway, good to see you, Con. Thanks for being on here. Appreciate it. I did a bunch of videos on Greenland, not only as a military strategic point that we have to have, but the minerals on there too. So I'm not going to go watch the videos. They're, again, most of my videos are under 12 minutes. They're pretty quick, only because, again, as you can't tell, or you can tell, I talk really fast, and that's the way I like to listen. So watch some of those and put it on there. But yeah, it's a big, big thing on that one. Greenland is a turning point. Shadow, what do you mean by Greenland as a turning point? Because I agree the importance of it, if that's what you're getting at, but I'm just curious what you mean by that. Make America great again. Yes, for sure. Who do you think popped JFK? Oh, who popped JFK? You know what's interesting, actually? There was a movie, I think, that just came out. It's called, the date, 11, whatever, 63.